Now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You can beat President Putin. Come on, folks.
Welcome to our video, where we'll discuss the 4 mistakes that could cost the Democrats to lose the upcoming elections. It seems as though they might be their own worst enemies this term, with some rather interesting choices and strategies. We'll take a closer look at these blunders and see how they might be paving the way for their opponents. So buckle up and let's dive into this political roller coaster that awaits. Now, the first mistake that will cost the Democrats to lose the upcoming elections is that they seem to have a talent for not listening to anyone. They don't like being told what to do. Take, for example, their decision to make Joe Biden the party's presidential candidate. It was clear to many that he was never fit for the job. The public saw it, the media predicted it, and even doctors warned them about it. According to Donald Trump, crooked Joe Biden was never fit to run for president. He only attained the position by lies, fake news, and never leaving his basement. But did the Democrats care? Nope, they endorsed him anyway. Like a stubborn child being told, do not touch the hot stove, but doing it anyway. And now that Biden has stepped down, the Democrats are caught up in a dilemma, not knowing who to have as their next presidential candidate, whether they should endorse Michelle Obama or Kamala Harris. The people are confused and they need answers now. This refusal to heed advice could be one big mistake leading to their downfall in the upcoming elections. Democrats pushed forward, ignoring warning signs, in their quest to find a quote-unquote safe candidate. They overlooked the very real issues that came with Joe Biden's candidacy. This refusal to heed advice could be one of the big mistakes leading to their downfall in the upcoming elections. And now the second reason that could cost the Democrats to lose the elections is that they don't really speak for everyone. They often make things about age, race, gender, sexuality. They claim to be the heroes of minority groups, but in reality, they just know how to make people feel like outcasts. For example, they often focus on identity politics, trying to appeal to specific groups by highlighting issues related to those groups. While it is important to address these issues, however, the Democrats sometimes forget about the concerns of the wider population. Take the case of the 2020 presidential campaign. The Democrats emphasized their commitment to diversity, which of course is great, but by constantly focusing on these identity issues, they alienated many voters who felt their everyday problems like unemployment or job creation and the economy as a whole were being ignored. Instead of uniting people, the Democrats ended up dividing them further. This strategy of trying to be the savior of groups that don't always need saving can backfire, making it seem like they're out of touch with the major voters. This disconnect might be another reason why they could lose the upcoming elections. And the third mistake of the Democrats is Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris as the next potential presidential candidate is causing quite a stir. On one hand, some people are excited about the possibility of the first woman of color becoming president. It's a historic and inspiring idea. We'll give it to them there. But on the other hand, many voters just don't trust her because of her past and especially her track record. For example, during her time as prosecutor, she made decisions that are now being scrutinized and criticized. Some see her as tough on crime, while others view her as having been too harsh, especially towards minority groups. This mixed reaction is creating a divide among voters. While her candidacy could be groundbreaking, it's also polarizing. This split in public opinion might make it difficult for the Democrats to unite their base and could contribute to their downfall in the upcoming elections. Let's listen to this clip.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way. Line is, Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
And finally, there's Karine Jean Pierre, the press secretary. Not only has she ruined her own reputation by constantly lying to the public, but she's also damaging the reputation of the Democrats, making it seem like they're all liars and hypocrites. We understand that some of this is just propaganda to make everything seem okay. But how can you lie to your own supporters? For example, she's told everyone that Joe Biden is perfectly healthy and okay, and the videos that we see of him stumbling around are just AI generated. There are countless video compilations of her lying to voters and even potential voters. People just don't trust her, and if she keeps this up, they'll stop trusting the Democratic Party too. This lack of trust could be a major reason why the Democrats might lose the upcoming elections. Thank you.